Hey guys, welcome back to the Record Room. And once again, as per usual, thank you to all of our new subscribers out there. It is much appreciated. And if you know anybody, if you have a chum or a friend who you think might enjoy the Record Room, please share the link with them. Ask them to hit the subscribe button. All your comments, the new subscriptions, it really does mean a lot to me. And I had a couple of different ideas on what I wanted to do for this episode of the Record Room. But as the year is rolling on, I mean, we're already in July. I mean, I don't know how it's happened. We haven't really had summer here in the UK, but we are heading on towards autumn. It got me thinking about some of the albums that have been released this year and looking at what's coming as well for the end of the year, because, you know, some things do get announced in advance. And it got me to thinking about, well, I don't really do a top 10 albums of the year. I don't pay enough attention. I listen to music and I listen to what I like. But there has been one album that came out recently that as soon as I first heard it, I thought, oof, this is serious album of the year contender here. And since that time, well, nothing has really changed. I really do feel like this is my album of the year, and I don't think it will be beaten for the rest of the year. I know there is some more interesting stuff to come, so maybe there'll be an update to this video, but genuinely, I wholeheartedly believe this will be my album of the year for 2024. And the album in question is Saidan's Visual Kill, The Blossoming of Psychotic Depravity. Now, I'm actually holding up a CD here, as you can see, but the reason I'm holding this CD is because this is an album that I love so much that I own it on every format. So I've got a CD, I've got a tape, I've got a test press, and I have a regular copy of the album as well. And we're going to go through all of them right now. Now, you might not be able to tell this from looking at the front cover, but you probably can from the back. Saidan are a black metal band, but if I had someone come to me and say, I'd like to start listening to black metal, but I don't really know where to start. I'm a fan of heavy metal already, or heavy music. Can you recommend me an album that might get me into the genre? 100%, this is it. This album is beyond listenable. Now, I say listenable all the time, and that sounds silly, like, oh, how can an album, all music is listenable, yes. But this is an album you will want to put on repeat. I routinely listen to this album on repeat. And since I first received this, my first copy of this was the cassette version. And I used to listen to this like 2 or 3 times a day. And then when it was released, I got the digital version and again, just streamed the ever-loving crap out of it because it's just so good. There are a couple of videos for songs on the album, and just I will leave the links below so you can check them out. But Visual Kill is hands down the most melodic, catchy, groove, headbanging, like punk rock, hardcore. There is so much going on this one album. There's a beautiful acoustic track interlude. The first single from the album, Desecration of Lustful Illusion. When I saw the video for this, I was just, the video is awesome in every aspect. It's shot like on VHS, like a home movie, but it works so well. It looks so good, and the song is so incredibly catchy. Like, it's insanely catchy how black metal and catchy are not really things that ever really you think about black metal songs as being like, oh, catchy, like this is good stuff. Everything on this album is like a total banger. I cannot recommend this enough. If you are not a fan of black metal, you've never really listened to black metal before, but you're curious, check out this album. It's available now streaming on all platforms. It was released through the Mighty Gems label, who I'm a huge fan of. Gems have done some of the most interesting and incredible releases over the past couple of years for me. My album cassette collection is full of Gems releases, and it will continue to carry on being full of Gems releases while they still keep releasing these incredible bands, musicians, acts. So we'll go through each release one by one. So this is the CD version, which is actually a really nice digipack. You've got a front cover, back cover there, and Saidan, from what I know, it's the group, the act, the artist, it's two guys, Splatterpunk and Hyundai. But from what I actually know, Splatterpunk, this is the main dude. And this, I believe, is their second or third album. I do have a couple of other releases, but I don't have a full discography. But I will be writing that wrong, because this album has just changed my... I had one record before and I really liked it, but you know, I don't think I gave it enough attention. This has caused me to like, right, I need to really reassess everything and go back. But there you go. You've got a nice death's head moth on the inside. It's a picture of the guys. And then it folds out again. Another really cool picture. And this is a proper CD as well. This isn't a CDR. This is a proper CD, properly pressed CD. And it sounds great for a CD. You got the Saidan logo on the inside there. Obviously, I'm not a CD collector. The name of this show is The Record Room. Vinyl is my #1 format by a giant margin. But I can listen to CDs in the car and, you know, I can crank them. And sometimes I don't want to stream music. But this will be leaving The Record Room very shortly and making its way into my car, where it will stay for the rest of its life, because this will never ever leave the CD player. But as I said before, my first experience with this album was via cassette, and what I have here, this is the Visual Kill Idol edition. And it comes with this pretty cool obi. And I can show you the other side there. Really, really cool picture of the guys there. And this is a limited edition of 100 copies. I have number 21 of 100. And what's ace about this is it doesn't actually come with a cover. It doesn't have a J card. What you actually get is this card. Now, I'm pretty sure this has been done on purpose, but if you are to buy K-pop, J-pop, any of those kind of releases, they usually come with a picture of the band or band members or group members, and like almost like baseball cards or bubblegum cards that you can just collect. This is like the Saidan card. There's only one, but it's just so cool. It's just absolutely so cool. And even though it doesn't come with a J card, how do you make a cassette look awesome without a J card? On-body printing, my friends. Absolutely incredible. That's the album artwork there on side A, and then you've got the Death's Head Moth on side B. It's so incredibly cool. And it sounds fantastic as well. For a cassette, I am a big cassette fan anyway, but this one sounds just so good. I love the fact that it's a yellow, not a yellow shell, but a yellow case, and it works. It works so well. So there you go. That's the Idol edition of Visual Kill. I imagine at some point there might be a regular version of this, in which case I will update my collection to include that regular version. And alongside the album coming out, there was a very limited amount of test presses made available from Gems, and I was lucky enough to snag one of these. And I would have wanted one of these anyway. If I had to buy it on the second-hand market, I would have done, because I have to have the collector in me cannot like just let it go. But I have number 3 of 5 of the test pressing, and it comes with this beautiful fold over cover. Let's move the bits and bobs there. So there you go. It's a killer artwork, because it's the picture of Splatterpunk superimposed over the album artwork, and then you do get this other piece of art that I don't believe is anywhere else represented on the back there, and it's number 3 of 5, as you can see. But inside the test press packet, it's not just like, oh, you get the album. No, you get some mini posters there is the album cover. Some killer live shots. A Splatterpunk breathing fire. And, you know, there is a theatrical element to Saidan when you see the video, which hopefully you will do after this. There is a theatrical element to the group, which I am 100% here for. Kiss are one of my favorite bands of all time. And anyone that takes any of their kind of theatrics and puts it into what they're doing, I am all for it. The corpse paint, the fire breathing, the outfit, costumes, whatever you want to call it. This band are killing it, firing on all cylinders. I hope they come to the UK at some point. I know they're playing Europe fairly shortly, but I won't be able to make that because it is in another country. But I am really looking forward to seeing these guys at some point. I've seen some clips online and they're fantastic. And I really hope they come over to the UK soon. And judging from, you know, the amount of people that have reached out to me about buying this album through my webshop distro in his name, I know there are fans. And there you go. There's a sheet with the track listing as well there. And the record itself, as you can imagine, is just a white label test press. Big, nice slab of shiny black vinyl. And so grateful to have this in my collection. This is not one of those like, oh, you know, it's nice to have, it will just go on a shelf. No, this is like a prized possession. Honestly, it's not often I gush about new music the way I gush about this album, but man alive, it is so cool. And this is the released version, or the retail version, if you will. This obviously came directly from the label Gems, and it's so cool. I love this artwork. Obviously my lights are shining directly on it, but there you go. It's got the obi, does come with an insert, and the insert is different from the test press ones. There you go. It's a nice picture of the two guys there, which is on the inside of the CD digipack as well. And then on the back you have the lyrics, which is very cool. A lot of black metal bands don't include their lyrics. I don't know why. Maybe, you know, black metal is a very secretive music, I guess. But they do on this. And then the record itself comes in a nice poly sleeve. And there you go. So you've got side, I think this one's side A. Oh no, sorry, this is side B, and that's side A. So there you go. That is, as far as I know, to date, all the vinyl variants of Saidan's latest album, Visual Kill, The Blossoming of Psychotic Depravity. And that may change. Oh, did I miss something? I actually think I missed something. Oh, wow. Okay. There is another poster as well. It's a double-sided poster this time. And a double-sided poster inside the albums. This is the gift that just keeps on giving. There's more and more and more and more and more as you go on. But trust me when I tell you, folks, if you are not a fan of the black metal, but you are interested, or you're curious enough to just check out one song to see if you might enjoy it, Desecration of a Lustful Illusion, I will leave a link down below, as I mentioned, is by far and away probably the best metal song I've heard all year, without a shadow of a doubt. And when it comes to black metal, I do like my black metal a bit theatrical. I like melody in songs, you know, I just do. Saidan, it's just fantastic. If I could recommend anything to you this year, it would be this record. And that's why I feel confident in saying that even in early July, this will be my album of the year. It is going to take something pretty special to knock this album off. And I just don't think we're there. I just don't. But I don't know. So guys, do you already have an album of the year? If you are listening to something on repeat or listening to something a lot, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to check out what you guys are listening to, as I have recommended you check out what I am listening to. Now remember, if you're not already subscribed to The Record Room, hit that subscribe button, because it does make a difference. It really does. I really do appreciate it. And do comment as well, because I do read all the comments. And if you are on social media, you can follow us at Record Room Show on Facebook, X, and Instagram. I always want to say Twitter. I don't know if I'm ever going to stop saying Twitter over X. We are mainly active on Instagram, but YouTube really is the best way to get in contact. If there's anything you'd like to see from the record, or any questions you have about the records in my collection, please reach out and let me know. But for now, I hope you guys are doing really well. And until we meet again, spin those blackest circles.